Hi, welcome to yoga. This is day 6 of your 14-day challenge. My name is Danielle Day, your quarantini yogini, and we have a 60-minute class this morning designed to help you take some time for yourself. When you're on your yoga mat, you really are carving out a little bit of your home and a little bit of your day and a little bit of your life for your self-care. So I want to commend you on your staying at home and staying safe in these times. And I'm grateful to help you hopefully have a little fun while doing so. So let's get started. Take yourself into an easy, comfortable seat, perhaps sitting on some height, so that your sit bones are shifted a little bit forward. You want to maintain the natural curve of your lumbar spine, and you want to pull your navel into your midsection and then slightly tuck your chin down so that the back of your neck is nice and long. If you like, you can turn your palms up and close your eyes, tuck your chin, and listen to the effortless rhythm of your beautiful breath flowing in and out. Close your eyes and give yourself these next few breaths to land and become settled. With your mind's eye, notice the space between your two ears. Imagine a line connecting your left ear to your right ear. Now visualize your third eye center. This is the place right exactly the middle of your forehead. And imagine a line drawing from this place to the back of your skull. Notice where these two imaginary lines intersect. This is the seat of your awareness. And from this place, seek to expand your breath pattern. So naturally, drop your shoulder shrugs, and as you breathe in, fill your whole body. As you exhale, relax and settle. Now, just before we do anything else, notice the pace of your thinking mind here. Ever so slightly constrict your throat muscles so you can hear the whisper of your breath. Notice now a more relaxed and consciously alert and peaceful state. Seek to nurture this state of consciousness, this place where you're feeling like you're enough, where you're feeling like you're grateful, and you're feeling like you're curious. What's your body needing today? And how can your breath communicate the care and the love that everyone in your life has for you? The people especially that you can't see these days in real life. Love on your practice today like they love you. Let's begin. On an inhale, circle sweep your arms and join your palms to touch. And then bring your hands to the center of your heart. This is our gesture of offering in yoga, that we just take a second, we stop the bus and think, whatever I'm doing, let it be from a place of love and celebration. Celebration that you are this healthy, you are this strong, and that you are this gorgeous. Let's begin. Take yourself off of your seat and come into Balasana, your child's pose. Bala actually means strength. So this is about reconnecting to that which drives you and helps you do your best. So come into the space. Drop your chest. And if you like,
Bend your elbows and steeple your fingers behind your skull. And you might park your thumbs right at the base of your neck where it intersects with your trapezius muscles, these shoulder shrug muscles. And you might use your thumbs to knead the skin all from the base of your neck to the base of your skull. There's a plexus of nerves here that promote relaxation. And so this is just a place to bring some awareness. From here, let's open up your side ribs. Please tiptoe your fingers over to the left. Use the right heel of your hand to push into the floor. Roll your right shoulder down and peel your right hip back. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm just encouraging you to open through the intercostal muscles between your ribs. Drive your breath there. Change. Second side. Walk your hands over to the right. You come all the way off your mat here because this is a diagonal. Your lats are muscles that originate in your low back and they insert right at the very upper aspect of your humerus, kind of where your triceps live. And they bring your arms down and back. That's their muscles. So to stretch them, we do the opposite. Push your heel of hand down, pull your hip back, and breathe into your side ribs. Breathe into your side body. Change. Let's come to all fours. Cats and cows. Bring in your knees a little closer. Check your clothes. Inhale, lift your eyes and hips. And exhale, pull your tummy in and round your back. Take a second here to push away the floor. Maybe make some circles. Shift your hips. Let your wrists become warmed up. And sometimes it helps to put the back of your wrist to gently stretch. On the second side. And as ever, just always want to remind you, your wrists are never happy like this, or even like this. It's like this, so that your first fingers are parallel and that you're pressing into the heel of your hand, so you're a little bit behind your wrists always in yoga. You know, this whole thing about stacking is not really all that accurate. So think about pushing away the mat, and let's take this into downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your cow spine. See this nice lift of your hips. Tuck your toes, and let's exhale to a downward facing dog. Now, I know the first thing you feel like doing is mashing your feet flat, and it can feel kind of indulgent, but ask yourself if you want to just be as gentle and soft as possible. If you're like me, maybe you've already gone on your walk today, and this can feel really nice in the calves. But if you have not been outside and you've not been walking around enough today, I want you to be really careful. You know, a big hazard of our lifestyle these days is that maybe when we get to the mat, we get a little over excited about stretching before we're ready. And so we just want to keep you happy and safe. So one at a time, circle out your ankles here. And inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, put your knees down, and let's walk heel toe as able to the top of your mat. Be really purposeful here, like a little cat. Now inhale, come to your halfway lift, your Ardha Uttanasana. You can look at the floor and keep your neck nice and long. And from here, exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Tuck your chin and relax. Separate your feet to hip distance and let's ragdoll. Place your thumbs to the creases of your elbows and shift back and forth. Always bend your knees so much here because this is for your spine. Fun fact about yoga is that you have your little discs in between your vertebrae, and by inverting, we help to plump up these little jelly-filled pillows between each bone. And these discs, they like to be upside down. They like to have this kind of traction. And it helps us preserve our height. You know, a lot of shrinking as we age is dehydration of the discs. So I like to say you're getting yourself taller or definitely preserving your height with all the upside downs in yoga. So you got that going for you. Okay, from here, walk your feet together, toes and heels to touch. I'm real fussy about this. I'm going to be obnoxious about this. Place your hands on your hips first. Bend your knees next, and then lift your face. We call it eyes up to rise up. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Fix your clothes. Relax. And just take a second.
Notice the expression on your face. If you're using a mirror here, let it be a soft, almost an inner smile. All right, let's get a little stretch. Inhale, circle sweep your arms. And take your left hand to your right wrist. Press your hips slightly forward. Inhale, reach it up. And as you exhale, drop to the left. Lift your chin a little so you can see your throat. And you can drop your left arm if you prefer. Turn your right hand down. And let's again push down to the heel of your right foot as you reach the heel of your right hand away from each other. Take a breath. Change, second side. Use your right hand to pull your left wrist up and over. Fortify your body. Pull your pelvic floor up and in. Zip your navel to your spine. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, take it down. Lift your chin to see your throat. And then you can drop your arm if you did. And come a little further down. Nail down your left heel so that you can move your hand and foot away from each other in this deep side stretch. Come down and push. Change. Let's take a supported back bend. Place your hands to the small of your back. Help your hips down and forward. Now, if you're challenged here, stay here. Back bends this early on can be a little thrilling. So keep your chin integrated into your neck and let your eyes do the lifting. Inhale, lift your ribs. Exhale, go back just a little bit more. Find a round of breath. Change. Inhale, circle sweep your arms. Take the deepest breath you can. Exhale, fold forward, hands through your heart center, touch the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Identify your left foot and step it back to a low lunge. Drop your knee, bring your hands to your thigh and drop. Open up your left hip flexor and drop. Now today, let's take a shift to the side. Put your hands on the floor, spin all 10 toes so that they are pointing toward each other and hang out. Shift your work back and forth as you send your knees into the side, stretching. And if you shift your work more to the knife edge, maybe you'll feel a nice little release in peroneus longus. It's one of the ankle stabilizers. It starts way up here on the side of your tibia, and it inserts down here by your ankle. And that's a muscle that can get a little sore during all the walking we've been doing outside. Shift, take a second side. And again, notice what activates. Press the heel of your foot, the big toe mound, and the knife edge. And hey, if you don't feel it there, maybe it's because you don't need it there. We're all built different. We're all feeling different, doing different things. Shift side to side, Skandasana. And we can linger to get a nice long inner thigh stretch. Keep pulling your tummy tight. And as you can, tense your fingertips to keep any tension out of your wrists. Take a second side, shift your work. And again, you want to feel this inner seam. So you want your toes pointing toward your side wall, chest up, chin down, eyes open, and your beautiful breath flowing in and out. And we can take another left, take another right. All right, now spiral all 10 toes to the back of your mat and let's step 2 feet together, toes and heels to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. This time, gorilla. Separate your feet about hip distance apart, soften your knees, and stand on your hands. Work your big toe to your elbow. That's your wrist. Why did I say elbow? That's funny. Work your big toe to your wrists and massage into the space right about where your watch is or your bracelets, and tuck your chin and cascade. Let your spine drop. You're also moving cerebrospinal fluid from the base of your tailbone all the way to the crown. And this magical fluid is where your brain and brainstem are bathed. And it's just a nice thing to think about the buoyancy you're creating for your central nervous system. Good things happening. All right, friends, walk your feet together, toes and heels to touch. And once again, first, touch your hips, hands to hips. Second, bend your knees. Third, eyes up, rise up, stand up, fix your clothes. And from here, inhale, raise your arms. And we can add a back bend. Now, we did supported before, so maybe lift your hands up and cactus to get a little more this time. Drop your hips down, lift your heart, breathe in, and reach up. Go back. Nice. A breath in lifts you up, and an exhale brings hands to heart center. All right, let's find the little half moon shape we were doing before. Inhale, circle sweep your arms. Identify your left wrist, reach up. On your exhale, maybe come down a little farther on this second set. You can drop your right arm, and as ever, bump your hip beyond the edge of your left foot. Stack your shoulders, lift your chin,
and breathe. Feel your whole side body stretch. Foot away from fingers. Change. Second side. Hold your right wrist. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, drop down. Again, let's get into it. Participate relentlessly here. Push your right heel down. Keep your legs straight and use the bump of your hip to feel almost like your IT band, the perimeter of your lateral edge of your leg, definitely your side ribs. Change. Come on up. And once more, let's back bend. Tuck your hips. Raise your arms. Go back. As able, inhale to lift your heart. And exhale, go back for more back. You could butterfly your thumbs. That's nice. And change. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward, hands through heart. All right, now this time, keep your feet together. Bend your knees a lot. Padahastasana. So we're going to hug your legs. And it's fun to go like this. Put the nook of your elbow behind your knee crease so that you can supinate your grip and line up your inner elbow, lower arm, hands to hold your calves, your heels. Some of you can step right onto all 10 fingers. If you can, you must. Wherever you are, look above your kneecaps. Fill your lungs big. As you exhale, pull and pull and pull. You're rinsing the organs and stretching hips to heels, hips to head. Last time. Change. Hands to hips. Eyes up. Rise up. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, fold forward. Hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. All right. Now this time, identify your left leg. Step it back. Come on down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, drop. And this is the same side we had before, but don't worry. We're going to go all around the world today, so we'll get everything that we possibly could want. Inhale, lift. Exhale here. Let's come to the side. So spin all 10 toes to the side. Hang out. This time, let's tuck your chin and invert. Send your toes toward each other. Hold your shins. Step on your heels or what have you. But this time, look at your side wall. Tuck your chin a lot and hang out. Now you can put your hands behind you. Stretch out your arms that way. And we can keep going. As you're here, feel what your body wants. This is so nice for lengthening out hamstrings, for putting blood sugar and oxygen in your brain. Let's Skandasana as before. So shift your work to your right side, press into your heel a lot. And if you'd like a little more challenge this time, lift your upper body and your arms could come with as you switch sides. And we could take a snake creeps down kind of form from like the Tai Chi practice. And you can hinge forward and rest. You can stretch as we did. So shift into the right, elongate your left leg, and have your toes pointing to your side wall so that it's just the inner seam of your leg. Linger and change second side. Shift into the left side. Again, keep the knife edge of your foot flat. Experience the stretch from your inseam to your heel. Keep your heart lifted as you did. Find a round of breath. Change. Okay, this time spin all 10 toes to the front of the room and bring your feet together, toes and heels to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now, inhale, salute the sun. Drop your hips, same as before, but use your arms to rise up and add to a back bend. As you exhale, fold forward and touch the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Okay, separate your feet 6 inches apart, the distance of your 2 fists, and place your hands to your hips. Stand up. Eyes up, rise up, Utkatasana. Fix your clothes, shoot your arms up and forward, and take your seat. Now look in the mirror. You have the natural curves of your spine here, so make your arms as strong as possible. Lean back. Find a round of breath. Change. Part 2. Lift up your heels like you're reaching a top shelf and shift your knees slightly forward and up. Keep your spine straight this time and lower a little bit down. Lift your right heel higher. Lift your left heel higher. Now pull in all your bandhas, navel, spine, pelvic floor, chin lock. Find a round of breath. Change. Okay. Part 3. Pigeon toe your feet slightly. Inhale, lift up your heels. Exhale, seal your knees and ride the elevator down really slowly, slowly, slowly. Now, hold. Send your knees below your hips. And if your knees feel healthy, you can bounce. Find a breath. Let's come up really slowly as before. For 4,
3, 2, 1. Feet together, mountain pose. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms. And exhale, fold forward, touch the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. All right, this time, identify your right leg. Step it back, and let's take a low lunge here. Put your hands on your thigh and drop down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, drop. All right, lift your heart, drop your hips, and experience the opening of your right hip flexor. So nice. Take a breath. All right, change. Now this time, shift your work back like we're going to do a half split, and we will walk your hands over to the side and get into a gate pose. So elongate your left leg, come up onto your right knee, and reach to the side. Now we can flow this. Make sure that your knife edge of foot is lined up with the short edge of your mat. Inhale, reach, and exhale, touch. Inhale, reach, and exhale, touch. Last time, inhale, reach, exhale, touch, land, spiral around, and let's step 2 feet together, front of your mat. Toes and heels to touch. Inhale, halfway, exhale, fold. Separate your feet hip distance, hands to hips, Utkatasana. Eyes up, rise up, fix to close, take your seat. Now work your arms forward. Relax your shoulders back and zip up everything to the midline. So feel your navel to spine. Relax your shoulder shrugs. Sit back and make your arms so solid we couldn't move them even if we tried. Find a round of breath. Change. Part 2. Lift your heels. Shift your work to your big toe mounds. Press your knees slightly up and forward. Slide with your back flat. Lift your right heel higher. Lift your left heel higher. Let's linger here. Notice where you're feeling this. Shaking is good. You are building new muscle. We're here. 3, 2, time. Come up, linger at the top. Third part. Pigeon toe your feet slightly. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, pin your knees closed like you're holding a lucky penny. Lean back and slide down. Slide really slow with control. Hover above your heels. There you go. Again, if the knees feel good today, you could bounce 3 times. Together, we'll rise. Let's take 4, 3, 2, time. Feet together, mountain. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms. Touch your palms. This time, identify your right arm. Sweep it under your left. Sit down. Bring your right leg high up over your left and sit back. Let's take a sleeping eagle. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, touch your elbow to your knee and look a little bit at the floor. Now you can stay here or send your right leg back. Square off your hips. Flare out your toes. Lift your right leg higher, higher, higher. Change. Let's meet eagle. Come back. Cross, wrap, sit, squeeze, release. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Okay, identify your right leg. Step it back, low lunge. Let's meet there. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. All right, now shush to the side so we can find a gate pose. So again, elongate your left leg and reach to the front. Reach to the side. Reach to the front. Reach to the side. Let's stay on the side. Have your toes pointing to your side wall. Relax your shoulders. Find a deep side stretch. Let's reach a little farther. Drop a little deeper. Change. Spiral to the floor as before. This time, plank. Hold a plank. So strong. Look at your fingers. Make sure your first fingers are parallel. Zip up your tummy nice and tight. Downward facing dog. Soften your knees. Press your chest to your thighs. Inhale. Lift up your armpits. As you exhale, drop your heart. Spiral so you're pushing the heels of your hands. Soften your knees. And then notice naturally your heels want to find the floor. That's okay. Just don't force them down. Always have some softness of your knees and a tilting up of your sit bones. Shake your head out like you're saying no. Nod your head like you're saying yes.
Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk heel toe as before to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now let's salute the sun. So drop your hips, and then eyes up, rise up, and you might back bend as before. If that's for you, let's linger. Tuck your hips under, raise your arms up, and if you did, butterfly your thumbs. That can feel good. You can gently pull them a little bit so it really opens your front body. Go back, more back, change. Hands to heart. All right, Garudasana, second side eagles. So inhale, circle sweep, your arms touch your palms. Identify your left arm and sweep it under your right. Cross at your elbows, hold your shoulders or bind at your wrists. Take your left leg high up over, maybe tucked behind. Then let's spend a moment here squeezing everything to the midline. Pull your tummy in tight. Pull and squeeze. Sleeping eagle option. Inhale, lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders. Exhale, touch your elbow to your knees. Now you can stay there or play there. We can go soaring eagle. Extend your left leg back and then keep going. Square your hip, flare your toes, and it's body down, leg up, up, up. Change. Soaring, meet eagle, cross, wrap, squeeze, twist, release. Inhale, circle sweep your hands. Touch your palms, hands at heart center. Dancer, Dandayamana Dhanurasana. Take your right hand out like you're holding a tray. Reach back and pick up your foot. Hold the arch or your knife edge as needed. Seal your knees, raise your left hand high. Peel back your right shoulder first. When you see no shoulder, keep your supporting leg straight and kick your aerial leg so hard till you see no leg. Look forward. Reach forward, kick and reach. If you're using a mirror, see your foot above your head. Go for it. 4, 3, 2, wonderful. Kick your way back, join your knees, release, and relax. Second side. Take your left hand out, reach back, pick up your foot. Seal your knees closed. Inhale, raise your arm. Exhale, peel back your left shoulder, then keep the reach. Keep reaching up as you kick back. Look forward as able and work your foot to rise above the center of your head. Check that your eyes are level. Check that your hand wants to touch the mirror in front of you. Body down, leg up. 4, breathe. 3, 2, time. Join your knees together. Release, relax. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms. Maybe add your back bend. Exhale, fold forward, touch the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. All right, identify your left leg. Step it back, low lunge. Drop your knee down. Get organized. Drop in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop in. All right, now let's take a twist, friends. Place your left hand on the floor. Put your right hand on your right knee, sweep it back, and as able, continue to lift your heart and revolve your rib cage. Come to the knife edge of your right foot, or you could 2 o'clock your foot, and as you breathe in, lengthen. As you breathe out, revolve your ribs. Modified side plank, check that your hand is forward of your shoulder, and then sweep your front leg back. You can hold the toe or let it go. Press your hips up. Find a breath. We're here. 3, 2, 1. Change. Plank. Come to your plank posture. Push away the floor and seal up everything tight. Navel to spine so snug. Downward facing dog. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, knees low. Walk or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Identify your right foot. Step it back to a low lunge there. Bend your knee. Come up here. Get down low. As before, let's add your twist. So, fix your clothes. Put your right hand on the floor. 10 o'clock your left foot. Send it off to the side. And breathe in to lift your heart.
Breathe out to stack your shoulders. Now really let your hip drop. With a nice yummy stretch for where you need it. So you might be feeling this outer hip left side. But as ever, look at your right hand. Please have it forward of your shoulder. Please make sure you're pressing into the heel of your hand so you're not dumping out in your wrist. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale to revolve your ribs to the roof. Drop. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist, modified side plank. Keep your left hand where it is for the most part. And look at your front foot. Get rid of it. Send it to the back. You can hold it or kick it up. Whatever's right for you. Rainbow your hips. Push away the floor. Press, push, shift, lift, change, plank. Spy the mat, flip it back, get organized, and here we go. Pull your tummy in tight, press away the floor, shake your head out like you're saying, nope, not to worry. Let's get into it. Push away the floor, knit your rib cage, and downward facing dog, hoist your hips. Feet together, toes and heels to touch. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, half scorpion. Bend your knee, roll open your hip. Stay or flip your dog. Foot finds the floor, all 10 toes spin to the back. Now press your heels. Lift your hips. Listen carefully. Sit down. Let's get into some core work. Meet me on your back. Fix your pants. Let's create some bicycles. Make your knees 90 degrees. Put your fingers behind your ears. And here we go. Lift your chin off your chest. And let's cross. 12, 11, 10. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. Last time. Knees to chest. Cross your ankles. And here's the idea. Cross your ankles and sit here. All right, lift your heart up and let's take a second for boat. Bring your legs straight out. Now hold the backs of your legs or let your hands go. Chest up. Breathe here. Low boat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Lift your heart. Relax your shoulder shrugs. Breathe here. Cross your ankles and relax back. All right, let's get back into it. Here we go. Raise your arms up, cross at your ankles, and rock over your feet. Now, we'll meet you in a downward facing dog. If this transition isn't for you, you can skip it. Otherwise, flip it. Coming on down, whoop, downward facing dog. Big breath in, H-A, shake your head out, nod your head, yes. Join your feet to touch. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, half scorpion. Bend your knee, roll open your hip. Stay or flip your dog. Foot finds the floor. All 10 toes spin to the back. Sit down and let's get down. Tuck your tail under, crunch. Let's go 20. 16. 12. 11. 10. Nice. 8. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Time. Left side. Send your knees off to the left. Lift your right leg. Let's go 12, 11, 10. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Time. Second side. Send your knees off to the right. Lift your leg. Up we go. Here we go. 12, 11. Chin up. 10. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Breathe 3. Breathe 2. Last time. On your back. Let's climb. Climb the rope. Reach your legs up. Touch your right, left. Keep one shoulder blade tip on the floor each time. Let's climb. 12, 11, 10. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Breathe 3. Last 2.
Last time. All right, cross your ankles. Let's sit up. Let's get you set up for, again, Navasana boat pose. Lean back. Hold your knees. Hold your toes. Or let it go. Let's lift your heart, chest up, chin down, eyes open, and your beautiful breath flowing in and out. Low boat. Let's breathe for 4, 3, 2, time. Climb it up, and let's get into it. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, time. Cross your ankles. Drop. Okay. Skip it or flip it on 3. Here we go. 3, 2, and time. Here we go. Whoop. All right. Downward facing dog. Everybody, big breath in. HA. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, crescent lunge. Step through. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arrive. All right. Make sure that you have a nice wide stance. Fix your hair. Fix your clothes. Get into it. And notice your back heel is really lifting and your front knee is really pressing. Let's twist. Put your left elbow outside your right knee as able. And twist. Revolve your ribs. All right. Find a round of breath. Warrior 2. Zip it around. Get it low. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Drop down. 2 arms straight out. Breathe here. 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. Star pose. Arms out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold in half. All right. Now tuck your chin and relax the crown of your head. And let's take a twist. Put your left hand to your right ankle. Take a half bind with your right hand. Look behind your shoulder and change. Second side. Take your right hand to your left ankle. Bend your bottom elbow. Look behind your shoulder. Big breath in to lengthen. Exhale to twist and change. All right, put your hands on the floor. Send all your toes to the front. Put your back knee down. Half splits. Inhale to lift. And exhale to hinge back. Now fix your clothes. Make sure everything's cool there. Big breath to lift. Exhale to hinge back. Always soften behind your knee a little bit. All right, change second side. Put your left foot forward. Half splits. Again, you want to have your foot kind of in the center. So place your hands alongside your leg. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to gently hinge back. Soften. Press your heel. Help your hip back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to sit down. Okay, let's sit onto your hip. Bring yourself into a straddle stretch forward. Sit a little high on your sit bones. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold in half. You can tuck your chin on top of 2 stacked fists, or you can use a pillow, a nice big bolster, or a couple of stacked couch cushions. Let's linger here. Inhale to lift your heart, and exhale to breathe and settle. This is nice to zero in. Ask yourself, is this something for your hamstrings today? Or are you feeling a nice lengthening in your low back? Wherever you feel this is where you need it. So feel your breath. Support the places inside. Inhale to lengthen and lift. And exhale to settle and drop. All right, change. Take your prop, set it aside. And today, let's get into it with some straps. We'll use the Supta Panagustasana series with a strap. So you can use a bathrobe sash or your yoga strap. Take your right foot and loop it at the arch. Now, I don't endorse looping it at the toe pad because I don't want you to stress out the connective tissue of your Achilles or behind your knee. So thread the bottom of your foot and put your hand in a nice straight wrist and guide your leg straight down toward you. Now, make sure that you feel good here. Soften behind your knee. And some of you can take the big toe and you don't need the strap. If you have the strap, take it in your hands and help your leg come down. Soften behind your knee. Keep your long leg on the floor straight. And let's linger here. Big breath to lift your heart. And a deep exhale to drop down. Takes about 10 to 30 seconds for your hamstring to relax and to know that you're not going to hurt it. Sometimes when you get into a stretch, you can feel your body lock up. It's just your body is worried you're going to stretch too far too soon. And so when you find the edge, you hang out there with breath to kind of relax these structures so they trust what you're doing. All right, change. Let's get the inner thigh. So now hold your strap in your right hand with a nice straight wrist. You can use your left hand to your left hip to drop your leg down. And hopefully your arm can help here with a bit of muscularity. It's like you have a very active arm holding up a very passive leg, and this helps to lengthen through the inner thigh line. So look at your wrist, make sure you're not, too creased here. You could always choke up on the bat, so to speak, and reach your hand closer to your foot if that feels better. And with the left hand on your left hip, you might even be able to feel your femoral artery. And that's a nice bit of biofeedback. You can breathe slowly and observe the effects of your slower breathing on your heart rate. Let's linger here. See if you can let go, inner thigh line. And another round of breath. Change. Bring your leg up, use your left hand, and help your leg to the side. Now, this is for your IT band. So you'll notice you're kind of rolling off. That's okay. And if you bump into the furniture, you could bend your knee. And this is nice to stretch out the side of your leg. I'm going to scoot my hips over so I have more room here. And as ever, have your hand kind of close to your foot and help with a half cactus that you could keep your right shoulder down. Now, you can bend your knee if this is too much. Remember, twisting below the belly button can be very dangerous. So use a very active arm to have a very passive leg releasing here. And again, hold it in a sustainable fashion. Make sure that your left wrist isn't creased. And notice your breath. You could close your eyes and see about where you feel this. Send your breathing there. All right, change. Now, before we take a second side, let's do a supine half pigeon here. So put your right heel on your left knee and draw the shape closer to you to help stretch out. A couple of breaths. And change, second side. So take your strap and loop the arch of your left foot. Elongate your right leg. And again, hold the strap with a nice straight wrist. Think of like how would you hold a leash if you're going to walk the dog? Something sustainable so that you wouldn't become fatigued in your wrist or your elbow. Sometimes people try to wrap the strap around their arm too, and that can be cutting off the circulation. So right here, elongate and guide. Remember, if you try to force your body into a stretch or you bounce into it, your body just locks up and fights you. So again, soften behind your knee. Feel this nice bright line of energy. Does it help you to flex your toes down toward your nose? See if that changes anything, but avoid strain behind your knee crease. And as able, continue to help your leg a little bit closer to you. Again, relax through your shoulders and jaw. You simply cannot provide relaxation to the body if you're only creating tension in another part of the body. So use your smooth breath to really help any edges here file down. That's breath's job. File down any rough spots. All right, change. Now let's take it off to the side. So use your left hand to hold the strap and drop your leg. This is for your inner seam of your thigh. So bend your bottom elbow a little bit. And again, ask yourself to hold the strap in a sustainable fashion so that a very active arm can hold up a very passive leg. If you did so before, use your right hand onto your right hip crease. And again, I like to shop around and feel my femoral artery. This is, again, a place for me to slow the breath, and I can observe in real time the effects on my heart rate. It's a pretty magical thing when you can identify your own pulses, and yeah, that's what's fun about wearing our watches these days. But maybe you remember a time in your fitness training as a younger person when your PE teacher taught you how to put your fingers to your carotid artery and feel your pulse there. I remember I was like a freshman in college and I was in an aerobics class
And when we put our fingers to our necks and we could feel our pulses, I remember thinking to myself, wow, I did that. I made that happen. I got my body moving. And it was just a neat moment. So right here, connect your breath to what you're doing, what's happening here in real time. And that's what's lovely. Sensation, you want to keep it interesting in yoga, not painful, but that's what it's for. It's to tether you to the present moment, to what's happening now, to what's real, what you have control over. Let's linger here for another round of breath. And change. Now invite your leg up and drop off to the side. And if you did before, help your cactus arm elbow here. And again, you can let your foot rest on something, but if you find the ground, you've lost it. So position yourself in a way that you're a little bit onto the right hip, and it's a very active arm helping a very passive leg hang out. And then ask yourself, where am I feeling this? Hopefully a nice little outer hip here where the IT band starts at the iliotibial tract. It's like right there at the tibia, right there at the ilium. And this is a pretty durable thing. IT band doesn't really like to stretch, but it's the tensor fascia lata muscle that it connects to that you feel this nice little bit of stretch, or the external rotators. And this is neat. While you're here, can you soften your knee a little bit? And don't stress out. If you don't feel like you're getting a big stretch right here, maybe it's because you are not tight there. Sometimes we hesitate as teachers telling you where to feel something because we're all built different. Please help your left shoulder down. And please notice your beautiful breath flowing in and out. Concentrate on it and meditate on it. See what you can drop. See where you can let go. We're here for one more round of breath. All right, change. Let's find your supine half pigeon this side. So invite your left heel onto your right knee. Create the figure 4 shape. Draw your legs closer to your torso. Feel a nice release in external rotators as needed, as able. And we're here for another round of breath. All right, change. Let's get into legs up the wall pose. Now you can be against a wall or you can be against a window. That's what I'm going to do. And so as able, friends, let's get you to a place where you can be putting your legs up and really help replenish the blood flow. If you've been on your feet, walking around, going on long hikes, outside, or if you've just been sitting at the desk, put your hips against the wall, put your hips onto some height, especially my friends who are pregnant. I've got some buddies who are expecting babies, and we don't want you lying on your back unless your hips are lifted. And as you might have handy a blanket, or I love this tea towel that my sister wove in sunny California on her home loom. I love that there's a sentimental attachment of props sometimes, and you think about the journey that you're on in life and how some of these little objects, they're fun little souvenirs. In this moment, let's get you set up. Your legs can be straight up, but if you prefer to straddle and have flat feet, maybe your hands can support your knees. That can be a nice restful place too. I'm going to go straight legs up and continue to, finesse this until you really do feel like you could drop into a very restful place. We're going to have some nice shavasana together today. I want to give you some free space, so I'll watch how much I'm speaking. But for the most part, let me put 10 minutes on the clock here. That might seem like a lot of time. It's not a timeout. You're not in trouble. This is time for you in what we call the third space. You might even put a little pillow over your eyes so that you can block out the light. Third space, there's sleeping, there's being awake, and then there's this realm where you have a chance
to spend time going from a human doing to a human being. Begin by relaxing your face muscles. With curiosity, notice where your breath originates. Notice where your breath ends. Now notice where you pause after you inhale. Notice where you pause after you exhale. Now let's engage in a relaxation activity. As you breathe in, start from the number 0 and see what number you wind up at the top of your inhale. As you breathe out, count backwards to 0. Let's begin. If you get distracted, it's okay. Simply start from scratch. Really visualize the numbers. Empty your lungs completely. Breathe in and count inside your mind. As you breathe out, count backwards and get back to 0. Now that you've observed the pace of breath, add to this some mantra. As you breathe in, you might say in your mind, thank. And as you exhale, think the word you. You may wish to dedicate this intention toward your lungs. Think of how they keep you alive and you never really stop to notice until you're practicing. Remember, I'm watching the clock so you can watch your breath. You're doing good work. Let's linger here for another couple rounds. Give yourself the time here to really experience the effects. Now abandon your Ujjayi Pranayama and return simply back to your effortless breathing. We will take a long time to transition from legs up the wall to your easy, comfortable seat. Let's move wise and careful. So first, remove any blanket you might have added. Second, bend your knees and push your feet into the wall so that you can use your arms to pull the support out from underneath your hips. Your back might be sensitive, so this is something to be really careful about. From here, make your way to your side lying fetal position as able. And let's meet there. Make a pillow of your bottom arm and then press up. Fix your clothes and maybe cover if you're becoming cold and a little bit chilly. I hope that this practice has given you some time for yourself so that you feel good. Let's finish like we started. On an inhale, circle sweep your hands. And on an exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Really thank yourself for participating relentlessly in your own happiness, for participating relentlessly in your own health. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me contribute to your peace and ease and your practice at home. These can be challenging times, and there's a lot we don't have control over,
but you always have control over how you take care of yourself and the people you love. Thank you for letting me help take care of you. I love doing this and I hope you're having fun. This has been day 6 of your 14-day challenge. And so I'll see you in 24 hours. Namaste.